I once spoke with a senior manager who had just learned that a key team member was leaving. Shocked, he said, "I had no idea they were even thinking about leaving." My response? That's probably why they did. That's because our employees need to hear regularly that what they do and who they are matters. Feeling appreciated and valued at work is not an outcome that we produce with one meaningful thank you or an employee appreciation event. It's an experience that we nurture and maintain with the little things that we do every day. You can start by learning about employees' lives and interests in and outside of work. Think about it. If you've ever had someone remember some small detail you shared about yourself in the past, you know how good it makes you feel. Ask about people's families, hobbies, and how they got into the field. Learn about their career goals and how they can best support them at work. Put their birthdays, work anniversaries into your calendar so you never forget. And keep a file with stories, memories, and things they like to help you come up with ideas when you want to do something special for them in the future. Beyond knowing our people, it's also important to demonstrate our appreciation through our actions. We need to consider things like their time by starting and ending meetings on time and getting back to them in a timely manner. Their lives outside of work by not sending text, emails, and messages after hours, over the weekend, or during their time off. Their desire to grow by giving regular feedback, providing development opportunities, and helping them find ways to advance in their career. And most importantly, appreciating that people's needs, goals, and capacities are constantly changing as their lives in and outside of work change. So like the manager in the story, just because your people aren't complaining doesn't mean they're happy at work. So check in regularly. In those meetings, you may ask questions like, how have you been feeling about work? What has been the biggest challenge, and is there anything I can do to support you? Do you feel like you're learning and growing here? If not, is there anything I can do to improve your experience? Agree to follow-up actions and thank them for all they're doing. And if you think you're too busy to check in, the truth is you're too busy not to. Remember to do at least one thing every day to show your people that you value them. Although it's rarely a leader's intention, when we get busy or stressed, it's easy to forget to acknowledge the efforts of our people. That's why it's important to build simple recognition rituals into our regular workflows to make sure it stays on everybody's radar. Do you ever get to the end of the week or month, and no matter how much you and your team have accomplished, do you find yourself focused on all the things that you didn't do? This first ritual is specifically designed to help you and your team avoid falling into that trap. It's called the Small Victories Practice, which I learned from a good friend and group process expert, Glenn Johnson. Every Thursday around noon, right when people were getting stressed near the end of the week, post the question to your team: what were your small victories this week? If you have an all-team chat or Facebook group, you can post it there. Help get the conversation going by sharing your own examples. I did a load of laundry. I finished a report I've been working on. I didn't eat a second donut in the break room. When you post this question every week, you support your team members to pause, reflect on their progress, and celebrate proud moments together. Not only does it feel good, it helps build connection on your team. Where Small Victory Practice is designed to give people an opportunity to share what they're proud of personally, Team Shoutouts gives your people an opportunity to express their appreciation for others. If you have a regular monthly meeting with your team, carve out 5 minutes in the beginning for shoutouts. Once everyone's together, ask the question, who wants to give a shout out to somebody else on our team or on another team who helped you out recently? The first time you pose this question, you may get crickets, but just sit there quietly for a second and somebody always speaks up. I want to give a shout out to Kelly for the feedback on my presentation. It's 10 times better thanks to your input. I want to give a shout out to Winston in IT for helping me get my new computer set up. You can also mix up the questions each time, from who really helped you to who have you learned something from, or who made you smile recently. This simple ritual will help your team feel more valued at work and more connected to one another. The last recognition ritual I want to share is post-project debriefs and reflections. Although this may seem like common sense, many leaders skip this crucial reflection process, or worse, spend the whole time talking about what went wrong and how to do better in the future, the fastest way to demotivate employees. So the next time you finish a project or hit a major milestone, pause for 45 minutes to an hour and give your people time to reflect, acknowledge, and celebrate as a team. Some questions to ask: what did it take to make this project happen? What did you learn, and how did you grow working on this? What are you most proud of personally, and what are you most proud of your team for? Give it a try after your next project and see how it goes. Ritualizing these simple recognition and reflection processes into your team culture will support your team to build and maintain meaningful connections, stay present to their development, and support your team's overall communication. Plus, if you do it consistently over time, what often happens is your team starts to take ownership of those rituals on their own.